Hello, Farmer Andrews here again. So we're chopping some silage again, and you might all remember how last time we were driving around and around forever, and it was really boring. So luckily, it's not 1986, and it finally got some new equipment. So let's empty this trailer out, and I got new trailers. Takes a little bit more silage in them, gives me a little bit more time going around the field. But let's try this back to the cornfield and take a look what we got. Let's just say that we cut down on the time it takes to chop down the silage. And you might have noticed a little big white case right there. We'll get back to that in a few minutes. So yeah, look at this. We have a self-propelled chopper. And instead of 1 meter, we're doing about 3.5 meters. Let's just say that this is going a little faster and a lot easier. So this is making silage harvesting fun again, which is good. We're going to need a lot. We were down to almost nothing left, and cows would not be happy with it. So that's what's going on here. Then we have good old Massey Ferguson 1250. It's out mowing. I didn't buy another hay field. We are getting a lot more cows, so I figured out we need some more hay. As you can see, we got 100, 250, 300, 375 cows. Something like that. So we're getting up there. So 1250 turns out works fairly well with this mower because of its turning radius. I did mow with the 4640s. That didn't work too well, too long. So I do currently have grain that is ready to harvest. I decided let's concentrate just on getting this in. So as soon as this thing is full, we'll switch it out. And I got another tractor spreading the hay out. So he's just about full. See, this trailer that doesn't have the pivot in the front just makes it a lot easier to change these out when it's full. Because you can back them up fairly straight, which is nice. And with the wider, I have more leeway to hit my next spot that I need to go with the chopper to start it back up. With the 1 meter, I was running into problems where I literally could not find the line because the 1 meter lines were so close to each other. A little bit more difficult in a turn here, we can do it. So we will get this guy. Put it over here. Is that a couple of chocolates you picked from? I had no preference on the brand or anything, so I just picked one. So you just back it up, go, and off you go. Alright, so let's go empty this guy. I might have to upgrade this tractor to the 4840, get a few more horsepower. It's not accelerating very well with a full load. That said, I hoped some new John Deeres would be out soon, but I haven't seen any. Alright, so while that's emptying, let's run over here. In this case, I do need a bigger tractor for this particular operation. This is barely enough to pull it. But barely is better to not. Okay, which one's finished? The mower? Oh, it's better. All right, you can wait for a bit. So this creates huge square bales. And it has a rake on the front, so I don't have to run the rake separately. But that also means I have a lot less losses. Fewer losses is always good, but it is a monster. And for some reason, it has problem with the hedges in some places. I think that is because this case has really poor turning radius. I didn't think so with forced durable wheels that it would have poor turning radius, but it does get hung up once in a while, so it takes a little bit of work. That's okay. So that's going. So let's get this guy moved. No huge hurry on this because that baler's going to take a bit. Yeah, that big case has 300 horsepower, and I think it's a weak 300 horsepower. Not all horsepower, or see there it's blocked already. Something. Right, so let's just stop this here so it doesn't go away. Yeah, I didn't get very far today, so I'm just gonna have to manually run that for a bit. Now I got stuck on the tree. See, it can't follow the lines very well. I think it's because of turning radius. Let's see if it gets going there. See how it just can't stand on line and turns. So that's not good. Alright, so that guy's almost done. Oh, wait. Where's my John Deere? Here's my little John Deere. Man, this 3020 has been around forever. It used to be my big tractor for planting and whatnot. Now it's the baby tractor. So we've got 8-meter spreaders on the back now that speed this operation up. With the new balers, I could cheat this and make this a one, just mow and bale. And what they can do is that you can put them in plastic bags and then it becomes hay. And you can just do it right in your silo. But it was also a lot more expensive. And I could actually, not sure I could pull it. Besides, this way I can use the same baler for straw, which I think I can with the ones that put them in the bag, but I don't like the bag. There's all kinds of ways to do this these days. There's, if you're really interested in watching any of this stuff, there are plenty of YouTube channels out there that explains how a lot of this works. One of the best ones for actually explaining what goes on the farm is how the farm works. It's got a lot of good videos. Shows off a lot of the different aspects of farming and many others as well. If you want to see just large farming vehicle, there's Big Tractor Power, aptly named. He shows off, goes around the country and films big tractors, big combines. And it's pretty amazing sometimes what some of these farmers do. This one farm, they were farming 7 combines, I think, on the same field and doing the tilling and planting at the same time. And they basically finished planting almost right after they were done harvesting. I was like, man, that takes some coordination work, and this is what you can do with modern equipment and GPS. Because you literally just lay out how this is going to work, how your path is across the field, and it just doesn't do it. Pretty cool. Come a long way, that's for sure. So we're going to change this. All right, so this is going to slow down because we're going to start spending a lot more time turning. And it's a steeper uphill. Another wagon full. So I think just to make sure that we have enough silage, we're just going to plant corn right back in here. I'm willing to bet at some point you're going to get a block on the baler again, and it's blocked on a bale. That seems to happen a lot. Which is not that surprising that happens more with a big rake being on it. And cool thing with that thing is that when I get the bigger tractor, I could actually do a wider rake. So fewer laps, faster. I don't think on this particular map it'd be of much use. Actually, let's upgrade this guy while here. See, 4640. Right here, customize it. Go 4840. Get about 20 more horsepower, something like that. Now it says 4840. Doo-doo-doo. Probably won't accelerate any better. I should get one with four-wheel drive. Maybe that would help. Yeah, it accelerates a little bit better. You know, I don't think I should have much more silage on there. Silage is heavy. So we'll go get that end thing, and we'll go take a look at the baler, see how that works. We probably need to get the bale trailer ready. What are we going to run the bale trailer with? Probably that 4640. That's probably the best choice. Could dump this in the harvester. Go. Now, problem is, I'm going to need that. Nope, it's good. They're all good. Yeah, we'll leave the duals on for now. I think it should work. We'll see in a minute. So yeah, so suddenly starting to have a lot of equipment running at the same time. But then we should just be able to finish this, then go on to harvest your grain. See, it misses in the turn. It just takes 2 wide turns. It's nothing I can do about it. The only thing I could really do would be to go backwards. So it's a little problematic with this wide tire. So we need that bale before he gets here. Yeah, I can't really line up close to the bale, obviously, when I have big duals on. Let's do this. But these bales are significantly bigger. The round bale, as I was in before, was 3,000. I don't know what that is, if that's liter or if that's, I don't think it's kilos. I think it's liters. These are 7.5, so I can get a lot more on my trailer. You see, there's not many bales. Now we could, of course, just do this. Oops. We could, of course, just manually coast around here. But what's the point? There's not enough here to make another bale. So we have to turn around. Actually, it might be if I go there. Drop those 2 bales off. You'd think you would be able to go much faster when I do that, because I just dropped a lot of weight off. Then fold that up so we can get over to the next field. I mean, this thing's a monster. Honestly, I'm not sure that these were out in 1986. But it showed up as being available in 1986 in the game. I can only be so realistic. You can see with this thing on, it accelerates really slow. So this is 91, I think. So this is where it's problematic on this field. Okay, fold out. This little corner over here, it did not like at all. So we'll just manually run this around the corner. Yeah, it just completely stalled out trying to get around here. I don't even know if I can do it manually without the anti-backup. So yeah, it's just going to leave some hay in the corner. That's just the way things are going to be. All right, can't remember if we could take the next corner, but we'll figure out. All right, so that's running. Good time to do that because it's slow right there. Raking ought to be just about done. I mean, spreading ought to be just about done. This field is getting closer. See, this went way faster. So, okay, so that big John Deere is now running. Okay, I'm trying to figure out if I can start plowing. I do have another John Deere down there ready to plow. I believe this field needs plowing. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, very obvious. Don't know what's going on with this field. That's kind of odd. Hi. After this, we'll check how much silage we have. Should be good for another couple of seasons, hopefully. Now I said I do have bigger trailers, which would make this even more relaxing, but I am not then sure that this self-propelled harvester would be able to pull it. If I had some bigger tractors available, I might have actually decided just to drive it on the side, but as much as we harvest here, it would just slow us down, I think. Yes, we wouldn't have to do this all the time, but we would have to then, this would stop while we're out emptying the wagon. So the best is, of course, something that a wagon behind a chopper that will empty into another wagon as you're driving side by side. So the chopper would never stop. So you're basically using it as a IT term, as a cache while you're emptying, and then you drive up and it empties into the wagon without the chopper ever having to stop. And there is such a thing. It is possible. I can't remember, probably like 2010s, I think, before something like that would be available. All right, so we're going to leave the spreader down there for a minute. We're going to worry about these guys and the other field before he starts to turn around. Hopefully not too wide to get into the field. I didn't even think about that. I think the duals can get through there. It's going to be close. You know what? We're driving over, we're going to drop them off. There's no reason not to drop them off. So you got 8 bales for that field. See, that bale's going to be right into it. Now he's going to have a problem turning here. Try to do like a loop, but it just doesn't end well. That little thing sticking out down the field is just causing all kinds of trouble. Well, an object. And it starts backing up. And it starts doing all crazy stuff. So we're going to just pick these up and we'll rescue it. Let's call it that. Whoa! Yeah, see, it's just doing. Ain't gonna work, dude. See if we can do this. Will we be able to do this? We might be able to. Come on, turn, turn. Oh, dude, you're totally missing your turn. Like, completely missing your turn. I don't know what it's trying to do here anyways. He might be aiming for this point right there. That's fine. I have no idea what it's doing. Alright, let's manually do this. So what we're going to do, because it looks like it was supposed to go down here, so we will just manually run this little pier right there. And we'll manually turn it around. You can see this thing really needs another 50 horsepower. It's the weakest 300 horsepower I've ever seen. Now let's see if we can get back on track. Can we do it? I think we're doing it. Alright, very good. Now then, go pick up those 2 bales back there before we forget that there's 2 bales hiding. Alright, so that's that. This guy's, I said it's slow because it now has to turn all the time. So probably, it might be better just to do more laps from a performance standpoint. That is still 10 laps around that field before it started going back and forth. I didn't think I recorded this when I was doing the 2 side-by-sides. And man, it got to this point, it was a world pain in the rear. So at the end, I ended up just manually running one of them back and forth. It was just easier. Yeah. Don't know what that was. And something that is either being connected or disconnected from my computer. I don't know what that would be. So look at this. I think hooked up to the fertilizer. So just hide this right here. Yeah, where's one of these fertilizers at? Hey, there's one back there. There we go. Oh, perfect spot to stop. Not. But when it's full, it's full. Not much you can do about it. Except for, of course, having a bigger trailer. It's always a bigger trailer. So we think maybe 2 more loads, maybe 3 more. The rows are getting longer at this point. Whoa, that is not what I meant to do. There you go. Okay, so Baylor's done with that field. But let's get this over here. Get this guy emptying first. So yeah, so that baler's going to be great when you need to hit straw. Because I think what I might start doing is having silage on both of these two when I need it. But with the bigger bales, it's not so bad hauling straw from fields further away. Also frees up a combine to start to have 3 combines in one field. Of course, then I'd run a baler. I don't know. Of course, with the rake, I could just put up another. I don't have to follow the track of the combine. So I did follow my rake. That would do over 2. More than 2 directions from the combines. So when I do the side-by-side combines, that should work because I'll be in the baler once. Yeah, that's pretty smart. All right. Next field. Bales out. Come on, pencil. There we go. So let's start again this first 2 turns here. I think I can do one more time on this field. I can't remember. All right, so that guy's ready to go. I could grab another one of these John Deeres from the other field and start plowing, but we're in no hurry on this because I got lots and lots of combining to do. So the plowing and replanting here, because this happens while I'm doing other things. All right, what's growing on that field next to me? Field 87. What's growing on 87? Oh, what is that wheat? Oh, okay. Nothing interesting. More bales. None over there. Just two down. All right. You know, yeah, these are hay. So yes, I dropped. I was like, did I drop these at the wrong place earlier? Like, no. Hay one was in the red. Yep, chopper stopped. But let's. Well, first of all, let's get this guy back on track. Don't know if he's not on the right track. There we go. We shall help him along. Get them here. Switch back to the blue. I don't think that's the right one. Ah, it is the right one. Never mind. Alright, so dropped those two in the corner. Whoa. Look at dual solid. I was turning wheels on this either. Pick this up real quick, then we switch the chopper over and we should be good. So the good thing with a square baler versus the round baler is, well, round baler needs a lot less power. That's the huge benefit of it. But the good thing with the square baler is that it continuously bales. It doesn't stop. It puts the twine around them on the go and say, hey, I got the length I want. And then it starts the next bale. So it's kind of funny because like it's full evolution, because when I started doing this when I was a kid, we were running square bales, but they were tiny little square bales. And then suddenly, then we would switch to round bales. And then suddenly people like, hey, you know what? We could do big square bales. But they're obviously mostly needed for or used in larger operation because you need fairly sizable equipment to be able to handle it. But details, right? all you need is more equipment. Always, always, always more, bigger, more, bigger. As far as I'm concerned, I think the airlines are the only ones that don't follow that rule. There's always like more seats, smaller planes, more cramped planes. You really should have cleaned up some of that. In retrospect, you really should have. Oops, wrong field. Field 91, not 95. Don't know if it's going back up here, if this is stuff it missed. I think it just missed it. Well, maybe not. Here, let's go grab it. Sweet. Probably gonna get stuck, but so cool. All right, again, Farmer Anders, and we've done some food harvesting for the cows. Things are definitely sizing up a little bit as you're getting into mid to late 80s. Equipment are starting to grow, and we'll see what we're doing next episode. Y'all take care.